Hi friends, welcome to this session on aims and objectives of English language teaching in India. Aims and objectives are an important part of the educational process, assisting in clarifying the relationship between the learner and the educator. Aims and objectives appear to be two very similar words, very often used loosely to represent target or goals, but are actually significantly different from each other. Aims are the goals set and objectives are the measures which we undertake in order to achieve the aims. Let us have a detailed look at each of them. Aim. An aim can be defined as a general statement or sentence that identifies the target of a program. Aims reflect vision and general intentions and the overall desirable results of an institution, program or course. It is a broad statement that can be chunked to various objectives. It answers the question, what has to be accomplished? An intention or aspiration, what one hoped to achieve at the end. Aims lack measurability. Objectives. Objectives are subsidiary to aims. They are precise, concise and brief and emphasizes how aims are to be accomplished. Objectives use specific statements which define measurable outcomes. The aim is what one wants to achieve and the objective describes how he is going to achieve that aim. According to the Dictionary of Education, objective is the end towards which a school-sponsored activity is directed. Effective, tangible changes in students' behavior at the end of schooling is known as objective. Learning objectives. Learning objectives are aimed at the three domains of learning: knowledge, cognitive, skills, psychomotor and attitudes, affective. It clearly communicates a teacher's expectation for her students. It establishes a logical sequence of learning milestone. The set objectives help to plan, clarify and prioritize the learning. It helps to design and provide appropriate learning strategies and experiences. It guides to develop assessment criteria and to evaluate both summatively and formatively whether the teaching was effective and learners were learning. Learning objectives allows both teacher and students for self-evaluation based on stated expectations. It provides opportunity for students to make connections across courses and institutional goals. Thus, learning objectives reflects what teachers do and focuses on content and skills important within the classroom or program. They are generally less broad than goals and broader than student learning outcomes. The set objectives should be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time constrained. While writing objectives, following aspects has to be considered. Objectives should be based on psychological principle. They should be according to the content to be taught. They should fulfill the needs and interests of students. They should be according to the age and mental level of the students. They should be helpful in creating positive behavioral changes in students. Now, let us explore how to write good objectives. Writing of objective is subject specific. While writing objectives, write STEM statements. A STEM statement should outline the performance expected of a student. The teacher should use measurable verbs to form STEM statements. The STEM statement outlines the duration of time her students need to have mastered a certain skill. Select the proper verb. The verbs a teacher uses are contingent on which level of learning in Bloom's taxonomy she is conveying ideas. Determine the outcome. The outcome is where a teacher really gets to the performance, condition and criterion. Here, she expresses what the students are expected to do at the end of a course or lesson. Put it all together. After writing the STEM statement, chosen the verb and identifying the outline, put it all together to form an educational objective. Based on the set objectives, learning experiences has to be designed. Learning experience. Learning experiences are a way to think about what a learning intervention might be in the context of desired end goals and outcomes. Through learning experiences, learners experience things that result in a change in thinking, understanding and behavior. Let us see the qualities of a good learning experience. A good learning experience must be well crafted and easy to use. The entire experience should feel purposeful and put the needs of the learner first. It must help them to understand something they couldn't before and help them to realize higher order learning outcomes. Learning experience should be used to enrich the learning and not to substitute it. A great learning experience must promote further learning. It should inspire our students to become lifelong learners and encourage them to pursue education beyond just the course we are creating. Now, we have a look into how to state the objectives and design appropriate learning experiences. Let us have an understanding of the term learning outcomes. What are learning outcomes? Learning outcomes are statements that describe significant and essential learning that learners have achieved and can reliably demonstrate at the end of a course or program. In other words, learning outcomes identify what the learner will know and be able to do by the end of a course or program. Learning outcomes are mainly concerned with the achievements of the learner and less with the intention of the teacher. They inform students of what is expected of them in terms of performance to achieve desired grades and credits. Just think about the achievements you have in terms of learning outcomes at the end of this module or MOOC session. Let us see how the above discussed terms are interrelated. Learning experience is designed based on objectives. Objectives get clarified by learning experiences. Learning outcomes are assessed through evaluation. Evaluation is based on objectives. Evaluation clarifies objectives. Evaluation gives evidence on learning experience and learning outcomes. Learning experience gives hints to natural situation for evaluation. Aims and general objectives of teaching English in India. Being clear with the terms aims, objectives, learning experience and learning outcomes, let us have a look at the aims and objectives of teaching English in India. A language is a medium of communication and interacting verbally in our day-to-day life situation in family and society. English is a foreign language and is considered as second language in India. It is different from mother tongue. The aim of teaching English in India is to help students to acquire practical command over English. In other words, students should be able to understand, speak English, read and write English. The main purpose of teaching English is fourfold: social, technical, administrative and cultural. Before starting his teaching, it requires for the teacher to structure his aims and objectives considering all these aspects. Aims of teaching English in India. The teacher should always emphasize on the aims of teaching of English. It will help him to teach effectively. These aims are as to enable the learner to listen English with proper understanding, to speak English correctly. It means that producing sounds with the proper stress and intonation, to read English and comprehend and interpret the text, to write English correctly and meaningfully. That is, for example, writing letters, applications, description and accounts of day-to-day events. To acquire knowledge of the elements of English. To develop interest in English. To increase ability to use planning, drafting and editing to improve their work. To express themselves creatively and imaginatively. To speak clearly and audibly in ways which take account of their listeners. To become enthusiastic and reflective readers through contact with challenging and text level knowledge. General objectives of teaching English are to enable the learner to comprehend English when spoken at normal conversational speed. Speak English with fluency, accuracy and appropriateness. Read English with comprehension at reasonable speed. Write English neatly and correctly. Abilities to be developed by fourfold objectives. The fourfold objectives of teaching English include semantics related to understanding, to understand spoken English, listening. It includes recognition of English sounds without committing any errors and the ability to point out meaning from what is heard. Phonetics deals with sound, spelling and pronunciation, ability to speak English. It includes intonation and stress response in speech as reaction to hearing. Phonetic cum graphic, ability to read English. It includes ability to read and understand various books, reading like prose, poetry, drama, novel. Graphic, ability to write English. It includes ability to write guided composition followed by free composition by selecting right words and constructing sentences. The objectives of teaching English have been listed and explained in numerous ways by various authors. Though under different subheads and nomenclature, the content remains almost the same. A few are discussed here. The two main objectives of teaching English are language development and literary development. These two objectives differ from each other as far as the class and age of students is concerned. Language development. During the early stages, the main objective of teaching English is only language development of the child. It means that English should be taught only as language, not as literature. The teacher need not necessarily care about pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary and structure of language, but he should think about language development of students. Student starts learning the language at this stage. Language development should be chief objective. Literary development. This objective is for the stage of senior class students. On this stage, the ability of reading, listening, speaking and the writing and understanding should be developed in the students. Literary development is an important objective at higher secondary stage. By this time, the learner should develop a taste for English literature by reading prose, poetry, story, etc., translating ability, critical appreciation. They should be able to draw aesthetic pleasure from reading English literature. Another perspective includes the skill objectives and the cognitive objectives. The skill objectives of teaching English include enabling the learner to develop listening, speaking, reading and writing skills, the ability to use grammar correctly and to analyze the element of language and establish the appropriate relationship among linguistic components. The cognitive objectives of teaching English include enabling the learner to acquire knowledge, diagnose the weakness of speaking and writing English, compare and illustrate linguistic components, classify the elements of English language and understand the meaning of prose, poetry, story and drama by reading. The learner is to be equipped with the command of the language which allows him to express himself in speech or in writing in a variety of contexts. Communication is of course the aim of language learning. This will be characterized by social demands, learning situation and nature of subject matter. Teaching a language involves two essential features. The learner must experience the language being used in meaningful ways. The learner must himself have the opportunity of performing, of trying out his own skills, of making mistakes and being corrected. Language being a skill subject can be learned only by considering these two aspects. Let us identify the objectives of teaching English at elementary, secondary, higher secondary and university levels. Objectives of teaching English in elementary stage. At the elementary level, the main objectives are to learn the basic of English language that would form the foundation of its mastery in future, use the basic structure of English sentence, learn the core vocabulary assigning for the stage, listen to and understand simple English, express themselves orally using simple English, read and understand a simple written English material, write simple guided sentence in English and to develop an awareness of the importance of English language as an international means of communication. Objectives of teaching English at secondary level. At the secondary level, the learners must be able to develop knowledge and understanding of grammar, make use of the grammar in own writing in English, interest in reading English passages, self-study habit, competencies in writing essays and gist of the passage in own words, language, understanding about the rules of grammar and their use in writing English and insight and favorable attitude towards English language. Objectives of teaching English at higher secondary level. At the higher secondary level, teaching English must promote effortless expression, verbal ability and fluency of language for expressing ideas, feelings and experiences. The objectives must motivate students for studying English language and encourage them for creative expressions. Learners must develop the ability to grasp the theme of poem or passage in English and must be able to appreciate and criticize a text. The learners must be able to evaluate and analyze the language components. The framed objectives must be helpful in nurturing ethics, sensitivity and moral values in students. Teaching English at university level. At the university level, following objectives are looked at while teaching English. The promotions of skills, literacy and oracy, aiming at accuracy, fluency and comfort, critical and analytical ability, specifically in response to writing or speaking, specifically in response to literacy text, specifically in discussion of the nature of language and how it works by transfer to all situation, particularly in response to authentic stimuli and rational argument. Social skills pose particularly in the context of the society of which the people is a member. Use of imagination, encouragement of attitude and affective states. Generally, liberal, ethical and humanitarian attitudes through an active engagement with problem of writing and formulating ideas. Respect for the imagination and the intellect. Respect for literacy and cultural tradition. Provision of information. Knowledge about literature, the English literacy tradition, the Western literacy tradition, literature as a human activity. Knowledge about language, the English language, language as a human phenomenon. The objectives of teaching English as a second language in India have to be formulated in the light of what we perceive our needs for English to be in a multilingual setting at both the national and individual levels. Language teaching programs must be oriented towards catering to the needs of the learners so that the learning of English is facilitated by the intrinsic motivation and interest of the learners. Any language program must aim at making the learner an autonomous and efficient user of the language. The dilemma faced by many teachers in teaching English can be overcome by identifying the aims of teaching English, stating clear-cut objectives and designing suitable learning experience and evaluations procedures. Before we conclude, let us summarize today's session. This module discusses the concept, need and importance of aims, objectives, learning experience and learning outcomes in teaching learning process. The conditions to be considered while formulating good objectives and the relationship between objectives, learning experiences and evaluation are also looked into. The module also details the aims and objectives of teaching English in India at elementary, secondary, higher secondary and university levels. Before we move on to next session, please try to answer this question. Critically evaluate whether the aims and objectives of teaching English at primary, secondary and higher secondary levels are met within each stages at the present scenario. Explain the relationship between learning experience, objectives and evaluation. What is the difference between language development objective and literary development objective in language teaching? Here are some books for your further references. Taxonomy of Educational Objectives by Benjamin S. Bloom, University of Melbourne. A New Approach to Teaching of English in India by M.S. Sachdev, Prakash Brothers, Ludhiana. The English Teacher's Handbook by T.Z. Barua, Sterling Publishers, New Delhi. Hope this session was informative to you. See you next time. Until then, goodbye.